Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Grace here and this is The Amazing Grace. I hope that everything is going okay in your guys' life and that you're excited for the holidays. I know I am. I am very much looking forward to Christmas. My family celebrates Christmas and it's always a lot of fun and a big deal. For those of you who don't know, um, well, I guess none of you would know because I haven't talked about it. My family, I have Cuban ethnicity, and so every Christmas Eve we always have a Cuban dinner, and it is what I look forward to all year round. It is so good. I love it. So, just let me know what you guys do on Christmas Eve and Christmas in the comments below. I am actually pretty curious. I love reading about just everybody's different traditions. It's always exciting. I'm looking forward to one day having my own family traditions and getting to start that. So today, if you haven't already noticed, I have decided to do a speed build of an apartment that I am renovating in The Sims. This is the Song Street apartment. I chose the one to the left, I believe. It's on the top right. I'm not right. Excuse me, sorry. It's top left part of the screen. The Stone Street apartments number 3. Man, I can't read. This is goodness. I am just throwing my faults out on the internet. you know, I'm gonna be a teacher and I can't read. I promise you I can read. I love reading. It's just when it comes to reading in public or out loud, I struggle. There's like this disconnect between what I know I'm reading and what my mouth is saying. It's my mouth just does not want to doesn't want to say what I'm thinking or what I'm reading. We're struggling. Speaking of struggling, I was kind of struggling with the apartment a bit. Um, the 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 rugs. I don't like the rugs of The Sims. They're terrible. I don't get me wrong. I love The Sims and I love a lot of the build items. It's just the rugs. They're so there's so little, and I know from like looking, it doesn't look like there's so little, but when you have a picture in your head of what you want and it's there in real life, like there's so many rugs in real life and there's only like 5 or 6 rows, if that, in The Sims, and it's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. It's just none of the rugs were going with the theme I was trying to do, and it was just sad. I if you'll see me in a bit struggling, and you know what? It's okay. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, and it's fine. I'm not gonna edit out my flaws, and so it's gonna be, it's gonna be how it be. Yeah, I thought that rug was good size-wise, but then once I tried putting a rug underneath the dining room table, it just looked weird. Every rug looked really weird, and I didn't know what to do, and I was frustrated. Uh, so yeah, I ended up staying with that, and that's what it was. This is the end product for the rugs for the living room and the dining room, because I kind of gave up. I was like, you know what, it'll be fine. Another struggle with the rugs was in the master bedroom. I think it changed just so many times. The kids room changed. I did so many changes. I was not happy with what I did, and I was like, yeah, let's just if I'm not happy with it, I'm not going to keep it. There's no point. I'm already here. I'm recording this. I I have the time. I'm just going to make something that I want and I would download. So yeah. That's how That's why I messed up. I kept that. I can't speak. I am sorry, guys. If you're here, just hear me talk and be perfect. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I I can't speak. I struggle in that department. I'm not gonna lie. My brain. I was talking about this earlier. It's coming back. My brain. It's just, it's not happening. It moves too quickly for my mouth. My mouth just can't keep up, and it's fine. I blame that on. I don't know what. I can't blame it on anything. It's just me. Okay, so one critique I have for the apartments in The Sims is the fact that you can't upload them to the gallery in a way that makes sense at all. So, because it's not the entire building, it won't let you upload, the entire thing as a house. So you have to adapt it and make it into a room. And it is frustrating, to say the least. You have to delete the walls behind each door, and then you have to get rid of all of the platforms, because in order to make the platforms, you have to get rid of you have to make a wall to make the platforms, and it's just really frustrating. So in order to upload it, I had to delete the platforms. So at the end of this video, I have some screenshots of the end product to kind of show like what you need to add back when you download this house to your own apartment. So you would go to Stone Street apartment number 3, you would download this as a room, and then place it into the slot of where it is. So this is where in the build I decide to change the kids' bedroom. I also size down the doll houses. I always do this for the most part. They're just so big, like unrealistically big. I had a big dollhouse when I was a kid that I got from a secondhand shop, and it was big, but it wasn't like take up half of the room big. Like there's no reason for it to be that big. So I always size it down. It still works, and yep, this is where I decided to change the room from a girl's room to a boy's room. I really wanted to have the science table for an activity table for the kid, and it didn't look good with how it is, because you can't change the color of it for some reason. You could change the color for almost everything in this game, but not the science table, because that makes too much sense. And this is The Sims. So I just changed it to a boy's room. I have some action figures I sized up to kind of be, bigger. Since, we're gonna have a larger than life-sized dollhouse, why can't I have a larger than life-sized superhero and robot figurines? It just makes sense. And even when I size them up, they're still smaller than the dollhouse. It's just insane. So I personally don't know how to decorate a guy's room, a boy's room. My boyfriend, he has no decorations on his wall in his apartment or in his bedroom at home, and I have not been in any other spaces where guys have decorated, because apparently it's just not a thing, which I don't understand. Why don't guys decorate their rooms? I know some do, but I just don't understand it. Why wouldn't you want your space to feel nice and one that you want to come home to? I just don't understand it. Just spend the time to put decorations on your wall. It's not that hard. Just get some posters and just tack it up there. It's at least it's something, Goodness. sorry, I'm gonna talk about my boyfriend for a bit. I love him to death, and but I'm sorry, I added the but his decorating style is non-existent. He he has a whole bunch of pop figures, and I have pop figures too. I think they're really cool. Not a sponsor, by the way. I wish I had any sponsor, but I don't. I have 2 videos, so but he has like a wall almost. It's like stacked high with these pop figures in his box that he could be displaying in a way that makes sense. But no, he does not. He just stacks it against the wall on his dresser and then puts stuff in front of it. And it makes me sad because he could be displaying it, but he doesn't. And there's like nothing on his walls in his apartment at home. I gave him a photo of us, and so he has that, and that's it. But, you know, love him. I, on the other hand, have a lot of decorations. I love to make spaces feel like my own. So I have, in my room, I have painted a mural on my wall. One day I will show it when I want to do face cam. I do eventually want to do face cam in my videos. I just don't feel like doing them right now because that's a lot of effort. You know, that's putting on makeup, that's getting dressed, and you know what? I don't want to do either of those things right now. Right now, I'm just in a t-shirt and some yoga pants. You know, I went to the doctor's today. I don't feel like getting dressed. And for the most, I mean, I feel like for most people right now, they don't feel like getting dressed either. You know, what is there to do? You're not really supposed to be leaving your homes, so just stay in pajamas and be comfy. Why would I dress nicely just to stay at home? It makes no sense. So yeah. But I also have in my room a giant bookshelf, a built-in bookshelf that I have filled with books that most of them I have read, a few I have not, and I am really looking forward to reading. I have a lot of different classics that I've bought over the years, like, what is one that I really want to read the, Les Mis. I love the musical, and I tried reading Les Mis. I got to the first chapter, and it was so repetitive and boring. There's a whole bunch of names that I didn't really, they're like French names, so I already didn't understand them. And then there were it was talking about money, and I was like, this is so boring. So I think in the future, I'm probably going to just skip the first chapter and get to the interesting stuff, because I will not read the book if I can't skip past it. I haven't done much reading since starting college, just because I have to do reading for college, and it kind of takes out all the fun of reading. I love history, and I love reading books about history, but when you're forced to read books about history, it's the worst thing in the world. It is terrible. Just I don't want to have to read just dry historian talking about the Berlin airlift for 500 to 800 to 1,000 pages, if not more. It's just I don't know why historians think that they have to make a book boring for it to be academically challenging. You can be interesting and not it and still be educational. It's not impossible. Just, it's very frustrating. One of the things I want to do as a teacher is read with my kids or do the flipped classroom. if you have no idea what flipped classroom is, I highly recommend looking it up. And I would love to hear your opinions about if you think that's a good idea. I heard great things about flipped classroom, but at the same time, I've heard some negative things. So, yeah, that's something I've kind of been thinking about. I've also been thinking about doing what is the term? Hold on, give me a moment. I'm thinking. I got it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Flexible seating. Yes, that's it. Flexible seating. I want to do flexible seating because no one does it for high school students, and it sucks. Why wouldn't you do it for high school students? Like, I get why. Because, they're going to want to sit next to their friends. But same with elementary students. Yet, people put in place rules and guidelines to prevent them from just talking the entire time and fighting. So, why not take the time to make the rules and guidelines for high school students? It's just, I don't understand. I think if I had a teacher in high school that did flexible seating, I would have been excited to go to class. And now we're at the end of the video. These are the screenshots. I hope you like them. And please like and subscribe. It is free. You don't have to pay for it. It just supports me and lets me know that you're interested in my videos. Thank you for spending your time with me and for being with me. You could be anywhere, but you chose to do it with me. Thank you again. So, bye!